Oh my gosh, that was just a nightmare. You know what, people may think I'm actually making up my clumsiness, but this is literally how clumsy I am on a daily basis. Okay, I took the time once I got the stand back up to just adhere that piece of glitter card to that piece of craft paper, and now it's nice and thick. I've got a good basis for my my stack. Okay, so the next thing I thought I'd do is, again, I need to see what I actually want to do with this one, whether I want to make this a flip up, because what I found was the paper that I was using, kind of the more I flipped up, the weaker it got at the join. So again, I think with this one, I'm going to give it some height. It is very floppy, so again, it may be that I need to put a piece of card in this to kind of give it some strength, because it is, see, that would be okay, but I could do with some strength with it so that when I put the foam underneath, it doesn't flop too much. But it's really what I want to do with this. I'm wondering if this one would make a really good pull, because it's the first one on there. So I think the first thing I'm going to do, I'm going to cut these ends off. Now, do you remember last time when I was doing the prototype, I found that on the inside here you've got, oh, it's kind of up, you've got this flap, and that just kept getting caught. So I think the first thing I'm going to do is actually, let's make sure I can see where that is I'm going to cut that flap off on this side. Now on this side I need to cut it where I'm going to insert my card, because this will be glued back down again. So I want to make sure that that's nice and level. I think we'll just take that piece off there. So this will become the piece that I attach whatever card I'm going to put into the envelope, whatever's going to pull out. And then this piece, let's just move that out of the way. I'm sorry if this is at a weird angle. As I say, it's just literally just fallen on me. So we need to decide which way this is going to come. I think probably pulling out that way is fine. We can go with that. And then, so I'll glue down this side. Use some art glitter glue, I think, so we'll get a nice thin line if it isn't already. I've just used it, so it's probably bound to be stuck up, isn't it? Oh no, whoa, goodness me, that's the first. I'm going to take this this white sticky piece off as well. I really hope I'm in shot here, guys. And I'm just going to seal that down there. Let's get the glittery bit out of the way, and then I'm just going to go along. And I remember, again, I started to glue here, and then I thought, oh no, my card's going to get stuck. So again, we're just going to run it right the way around the outside so nothing gets caught, and then we'll just glue that down. Now I think, hopefully, if I've not caught anything, let's just double check, because yeah, look, I've not caught anything. There's a bit of glue there. We'll just wipe that off because we don't want the card sticking in. So there we go. So that's a much shorter envelope now, and it won't get, that card won't get caught now when we put it inside. So let's just check sizing again. So that's a bit smaller, but that's okay. We can work with that. I think this one might need to be chopped, but that's all right. Okay. Oh no, because we've got this bit to go in it, haven't we? So yes, so that'll be fine. Yeah, that's great. Okay, so to start with, I'm going to actually decided that rather than putting paper on the back, because I didn't like the way that looked, and I haven't got much Christmas paper anyway, so what I did was I cut out, if you can see here, I've cut out every single one of those beautiful ephemera from TaylorMade Journals. Guys, I'm going to put a light on for you, okay? Stay there. Okay, I hope that's a little bit better. 2 lights are on, and we're ready to go. So yes, I got out, like, I kept the paper and things, but I kept those decoupage pieces in case I wanted to do something decoupagey. But I basically kept and cut out all of the ephemera that I loved from TaylorMade Journals. So this is all of hers. She's a lovely lady. She's just started following me as well, subscribing to my channel, I should say. So thank you very much for that. Yeah, so these are all her pieces, and I think these are going to make a wonderful collage because I really want to use more of them. That wasn't happening last time. So So that has to be done this time. I'm determined. So I'm just going to start by just I'm not going to worry about distressing just yet. I'm just going to, because this isn't really a vintage project as such. I mean, you've got vintage images, but we've got glitter, so we'll just see how we go. I have got a new red one that might actually work, a new red distress ink. So I'm just going to literally start collaging this particular envelope, and there's so many pretty. Let's just move some of them. I'm just kind of move the larger pieces. Oh, look at that, the snowman, that's got to be used somewhere. That's lovely. And we'll just see. Oh, look at that, that's fabulous. We've got some lovely colours as well, so I'm just going to pull out some pieces. Joyful Christmas, Merry Christmas, I like that. And we'll see what we want to use. There's a big 25 there as well. But yeah, go along to her shop, because I thought these were such a reasonable price for what she gave you. I just think they're lovely, and they're just all on a page. The simplest way you could do it, the best way for us crafters, to have everything on just on the page as it is, you know, so that you can do what you wish with it. I love that. Look at this one. Oh, beautiful. And I did not know that Fry's made cocoa. I know they make chocolate. I do like Fry's chocolate cream. I don't know about anyone else. I used to like them when I was a little girl, and I think it's just stuck with me. Okay, let's see. Maybe it shouldn't stick with me now. You get bigger. It should get older. Yeah, I really like that one. Right, let's put that one down. That's a nice sort of collage there. Yeah, so I hope you're all right. I hope you're having a good weekend. I'm filming this on Saturday, so I'm hoping to upload it today, so we should be seeing each other today. But yeah, it's been really busy. I'm really glad Molly's okay, my dog. She seems fine, bouncing around, doing her normal stuff, so fingers crossed we are out of the woods. Horrible scary time. If anybody out there has got dogs and cats and pets and things, you know, they're just like your family, aren't they? They really are. I just, oh, the thought of losing her made me feel sick. So yeah, not a nice time, but she seems okay. And of course I just had horrible guilt. It's all my fault, you know. She got into my tablets, which is what she did. She got into vitamin D, which doesn't sound too serious, but actually, as I think I said before, vitamin D is really toxic to dogs, so it was not good. That's quite nice. I'm going to put that one there. Yeah, so scary old time, and horrible overnight vet. I won't say where it is, but it's a very big chain, and it has not got good reviews anywhere, and I now know why. It's awful. So I'm actually going to write to the Royal College of Veterinary Surgeons about them, because it's a really unpleasant experience. Right, let's see. Bum, bum, bum. Okay, I'm just looking for a little bit more colour. Oh, look at that. Isn't that pretty? Needs a little bit of something here, so I may have to trim something just to put along that side, but I do like that there. That fits rather nicely, so I'll put that on. Oh, look, don't glue where you're... Deary do. I'm always gluing where I'm intending on having a finished piece, which is really stupid of me. Okay, let's pop that on there. Lovely. Okay, and then we just need something for the bottom here. Oh, look at that. Oh, a bit big though. Let's see. Yeah, so it's been, I went shopping, which I hate at the moment because it makes me feel really anxious, because it's just I just find it really stressful because people don't wear masks, and a lot of them are young people, and I just think, what are you doing? You know, I watched a video the other day of a lady in the UK. She was 20, she is 28, not was, she is 28, and she was obviously concerned about COVID, but not too much, because, you know, the thing that was coming out was, you know, it was older people, you know, you should be okay, blah blah blah. But of course she wasn't okay, and she caught it, and it was so severe in her body that she now needs lung transplants, which is just, I totally felt for her. She's damaged her lungs. It's damaged her lungs so much, I should say, that she needs a lung transplant. And I see these young lads, and I say young lads because it does seem to be a lot of fellas who are just, you know, wandering around not worrying. I saw a couple of guys who were young, who were actually, yeah, they were all kind of masked up, but there were a lot who weren't. So that was, yeah, I was a little bit anxious when I first went out. This time, for some reason, wasn't so bad. Everybody that was in the store that I go to, and it's only a small store, thankfully, they were all masked, and I just thought, phew, this is so much nicer for me compared. Oh, lovely, that'll slip under there where I haven't glued it properly. That's good. Sometimes works to be a beginner and miss things. So yeah, they were all with masks, and there was one lady I spoke to. She was so sweet, and she said, "Oh my God, it's so hot." And I said, "Yeah, it's in these masks." And she said, "Yes, but," she said, "you've got to do it." She said, "You've got to protect others." And I just could have hugged her, even though that would not have been socially distancing, because I thought, oh God, I wish there were more people like you. And I'm sure there's majority of you out there that are watching this are saying, well, that's me. I go out without, I stay, you know, I don't go out without my mask. But, you know, for someone like myself, I think what people don't realise, and there's a few of us like this, but me in particular, if I catch COVID, I'm gone. I can't fight infection. So I would be, you know, it would be a flipping miracle if I survived that. Honestly, I can't even fight a chest infection. So yeah, it is a scary process going out. So yeah, well, it's not my favourite thing, but I was quite pleased because everybody was just, you know, kind of socially distancing. It was lovely. It was a much nicer shop. It felt normal. And we sort of went to a couple of other shops because my mum and I share a house, well, a bungalow. So yeah, we quite enjoyed it. It was just sort of almost like normal, like nipping to the shops, you know. It was lovely. But yes, everyone had masks on, so that was the only difference. But it was good. And I got a little bit irritated by a young man, and I doubt he'll watch this, but he he didn't have a mask on, and he wasn't socially distancing, and he obviously didn't give a damn. And I sort of got out of his way because I didn't want to get near him. And he sort of continued to come in my direction, so I went in a different direction, and he must have changed direction again, and he was with me, and I couldn't help it. I was just so irritated. I just must have had a bit of a face on, and he shot me this filthy look, and I thought, do you know what, I would really like to tell you off right now. I'm probably old enough to be your mum, but my goodness, would I like to tell you off and tell you about the young lady that I saw on the internet, who, bless her heart, is just gonna have the worst time of it, with, you know, lung transplants. I mean, my goodness, I can't even imagine, bless her. But yeah, he was the only one. I really wanted to tell him off, and then I realised that I'd become one of those older women, you know, that starts you know, telling people things that they should do and shouldn't do, and I just don't want to become that person. So yeah, that wasn't very good. But yeah, it was quite nice, and I managed to go, actually I'll show you, I managed to go to one of my shops that I really like going into, because I do love pound shops. I don't know about you, and I loved them when I was a teacher. But yeah, this is my favourite little boxes for storing things in a container so that I can have it under my desk. If I show you, if I can find it, of course. Oh, here we go. So if I show you in here, I've already got, I better glue that down in a second, haven't I? Right, let's quickly glue that down there. Oh, I was going to do this way, wasn't I? Oh, phooey. There we go, that's fine. Yeah, so I've got this here. In this one, I've got kind of charms for dangles, and they come from old jewellery and things, I find. some dangles that I actually purchased from AliExpress. There's a big assortment in there, and these are actually sort of decanted from larger storage places that I have in the craft room. But I kept you know, I kept getting up and down all the time. It's driving me crazy, especially with my back and everything, and I just thought, oh, I can't do this. There's some other sort of long ones and floral ones. So yeah, what I thought I'd do is just go and get a selection from my storage. These are actually what do you call them, cabochon mounts, and I do have some cabochons somewhere in here. There's some little just, you know, those bendy metal filigree bits and bobs that you can put on books and things. Just some pink and some pearl, and I think this one should be the cabochons, which are different, just a mixture again. But I like these because I can just put, you know, you can store so many little things in one container. So yeah, I was really pleased to have found them. And the weird thing was, when I went in there were some marked for £1.99, which were obviously new stock. There were some marked for £1.50, and then there were others marked for £1. So I was like, well, I'll have the pound ones, please, because they all look exactly the same. So that was a nice bargain. So yeah, we actually took all day to do it because at the moment, because we've got a fairly big freezer and there's just the two of us, we only go once a month if we can help it, with a few little trips, you know, to local shops. But I just can't do it. So it was a massive shop, and it was exhausting, but it is worth it because then I haven't got to risk going out too much. So there we go. That looks quite nice. Quite pleased with that. And now what we need to do is cut a piece of card. I think probably, let's see, I might do this craft paper again. Let's give it a brown background again. And got to grab, I really need my ruler, don't I, for this bit? Oh, phooey. Okay, we're gonna have to estimate, I think. Hang on. I've got my pug. I can use my pug. I don't know if you've seen these. It's actually a, oh dear, that's quite funny. It's actually a little pug. And his tongue comes out, allowing you to measure. So we are going to need, let's see if I put that back there. Let's make it 7.5 inches by 6. That would be perfect. 7.5 by 6. I'll quickly cut that. Let's see. 6 this way. Here we go. By 7.5. That should be fine. There we go. Okie dokie. Hopefully that's right. I have trouble with cutters. I was watching Tina and she was saying, oh, I don't use cutters, I have trouble with cutters, I use scissors. And I get what she means, because sometimes I think I've trimmed it perfectly and then I haven't. So that's fine, that gives lots of room there. I like it. So I'm just going to, put some glue in here actually and do it that way. I'm just going to glue that on so we can see what we've got to decoupage and what we've got to, not decoupage, what we've got to collage over that fold again. I think I'm going to do that like I did last time. Okay, I'm going to pop that in there. Whoop. I'm just going to try and get that in the centre, push it down to the bottom. Now hang on, let's see, that should be okay. Sorry, I hope I'm still on camera. Gosh. Okay, let's see. I don't know where that gosh came from. I never usually say gosh. I don't know. Okay, that's fine. That's lovely. Okay, that will be great. So now we have a little pull out. So the first thing I'm going to do now is I'm going to grab some foam and my cutter again, and we're going to create a little raised piece that this envelope can sit on. So I'm just going to grab, right, now I think I want to support this a little bit, so I think probably, let's see, I think I might cut this into 8s. I think this might work if I cut this into 8s. Let's see if I can do that with this cutter. Yep, that goes through quite nicely. Oh, it doesn't actually go through very nicely. Okay, I think I just caught my finger as well. Oh, God. Oh, dear. Right, let's try that. No, it's definitely not going to cut with this, is it? Okay, we'll make some lines and then we'll trim away. Okay. Probably should have known the cutter wouldn't do that. I think we'll just get it high enough that it's just going to give it a little bit of height of what, so that we can pull that out, that tag out without too much bother. I think that should be enough. That's quite a lot. Yeah, so I'm going to cut that in half, I think. Or should I? Hang on. No, I'm going to put that straight on there, I think. Okay. I think we probably need to trim it a little bit, make it a bit neater. Goodness, it's not very good, is it? Okay, do a little stack and then just trim the excess off so it's not looking too bad. Okay, that'll do, that's fine. Just get rid of that foam. Okay, now I don't know what the best glue is, but I think probably I'll go for 3-in-1 on this. And I'm just going to put some dots, hopefully. Oh, this one will come out. Just dot that round. I don't know whether solvent glue is good with foam. Perhaps you guys can tell me. Seems to be okay. We don't seem to be having any kind of chemical reaction that will then gas me. Beginner crafter passes out from fumes. Okay, there we go. A little bit of glue there. Put another one on. And we can always trim this once we put it together again, because I can see that there's a few little bits that yeah. Okay. It's quite difficult to cut, isn't it, accurately, this stuff? Or is it just me? Okay. There we go. So that's that there. So yeah, I'm just going to create, I really like that actually. That's a nice big chunky lift for that envelope. That's going to work really well. Right, I'm going to glue this on. Why not? Okay, I'm just going to put that like that at an angle because I believe that's how we want it to go on the envelope. Let's just move that out of the way. Oh yes, look at that. That's giving it some height, isn't it? Wow, I love that. Okay, that's given us plenty of height to pull that out. And if we do the if we are going to do the lights, which I do hope to do if I can work out how to make the holes with the equipment that I've got,